Hello and welcome to Think Share. My name's Zach here to bring to have been thinking about, sharing about, talking about, listening to, reading about that doesn't belong in math class. If you're new to the channel, invite you to subscribe. I'm here to make you the goodest version of yourself. Oh boy, so it's it's 11:52 and I said to myself I was going to something emotional happened today and I just I thought it'd be irresponsible of me to make a video about it. So instead I said to myself, no, I'm going to actually I don't know if you guys can tell my eyes are like gonna shut. I'm so tired right now. But I've been working on the backflip vlog for I don't know, going on like 2.5 months now. Hello Tori. Hey, was that Dev? Um, so I promise on this channel that I'll come on once a day, or that I'll upload. So it looks like it's not gonna actually air till tomorrow because there's no way that my computer's gonna be fast enough to create the file and then upload it to YouTube within 7 minutes. There's no way. Probably take like an hour. It's like a 1.8 gig file. Hello, Levi. Um, Hello, Emmanuel. What time is it where you are? It is 11:51 p.m. It's almost tomorrow. So, uh, the title I picked here. What did I miss? Just that I've been working on a vlog for a long time, and I was just about to say, hey, Alex. The challenge of making daily content sometimes is that when you want to make something really great, like a you know I wanted to make this backflipping vlog really nice. uh, I want it to be the type of clickbait and quality that like it would have thousands of views on it. And so I sit down to work on it. I've probably put in maybe 7, 8, 9 hours or something on it. And it's taken a really long time to work on it. So I said to myself, I want to finish it today. And I think the title of the video is that art is a war. And there's a book that I read that really helped me publish my own book, Ideas Over Coffee, which the book is called The War of Art. And it just talks about how all artists face resistance. It's usually this sort of internal struggle, sort of fighting versus the ego, fighting versus um, simplicity, and it's always telling us usually, or really any of us are artists. It's just whether we call ourselves that. I mean, all 4, 5, and 6-year-olds are artists. We just decide later on in life that we can't call ourselves artists. I should read the Hampart Manifesto. What's going on? What are we talking about tonight? Sleep Master. So I was just pointing out that I've been working on a a really long-term vlog of my first backflip, and I had over 2 hours worth of footage that I cut down to 10 minutes. So for me to be able to really effectively make that something, I had to give up perfectionism. If I were to continue fighting and waging this war against myself of having something perfect, hello Laura, then it would probably take another 6 months. And I said to myself, at some point, it's just not worth it's really just not worth it to me to keep spending more time thinking about it. And it's always in the back of my mind. Every day that I come up with something, I say to myself, well, do I have an hour to edit and finish that off? Most of the time it's no, I don't have time. So I've finally had to take my own advice, which is to not let perfectionism win out. One of the things I said in my TED Talk was that perfectionism is one of the main 3 things that will stop artists, authors, YouTubers, anyone that creates content, probably especially, actually, anyone that doesn't do it straight for money and is sort of an amateur at it. Resistance and perfectionism is going to be the toughest thing. Resistance is on the inside, and perfectionism is part of that resistance. And so much of us, with this vlog that I've been cutting and adding new ideas to here and there, I just keep saying, oh, I could add that, I could add that, ooh, that would be kind of cool. And I just keep having all these moments. At some point, I'm just never going to be satisfied. So I said to myself, I just got to pick out the music. I just got to put together the final like narration for it because I realized the story doesn't tell itself from the footage that I made, and I just got to upload it. Like you always have the raw footage. If you really want to make a better one, you can. But I would rather have it exist rather than sit on my hard drive another 4 months. So for those of you out there that are creators, especially those that really want to create like awesome content all the time, my main concern for you, if you don't have deadlines, especially if YouTube's like a side hobby, say you really enjoy it, is to give yourself either. It's hard to give yourself deadlines because it's easy to break your word to yourself, and if you don't break your word to yourself, that's great. If you do break your word to yourself, welcome to the average. Welcome to pretty much everyone that tries to create anything all the time. Society hammers out a lot of the creativity as children through peer pressure and workforce. I totally agree with that. Um, Sleep Master. No, I don't. I don't have a blog. I was saying that I have a. I'm doing a backflipping vlog. So I told the story. I tried to artfully tell the story of my first backflip and how the story of how I actually got there. It's always been on my bucket list, and it's just taken a really long time for me to um, buck up and just get it done. And finally, I've landed a couple on a like a gymnastics mat, and so next is to do it on flat ground. But either way, it's taken me so long to upload it because of perfectionism. I had an essay to write in college. It was supposed to be at least 4 pages. I wrote a 16-page essay. The teacher marked it with an A and put it to the side. That bothered me. I wanted him to critique it. He refused. That's kind of funny. Um, but yeah, so I think a lot of creators out there, a lot of people that have their own channel, I think a lot of us are always trying to be perfectionists at things, and it can really be a detriment. And the reason I say it's real, art really is a war, is because there's like literally the concern has been in the back of my head for for pretty much all 2 months. I'm all like I would say at least there's one thought a day at least thinking about the backflipping vlog and when I'm gonna finish it and being pissed at myself for that, and at the same time like saying to myself, well damn it Zach, just pick up the damn music and upload it. And I think I've been so attached to like this perfection of how I want it to be and sound and look and feel, that I've lost track of time, and it's losing its relevance in my head. And the problem is when it loses its relevance in your head, you're not excited about it, and it's hard to create a good video when you're not excited about it. So when you have a video, when you have an idea, start acting on it. Keep the momentum going. If you lose momentum, find somebody that can hype you back up, because the dangerous part about making videos is, especially when you put a lot of effort into the shooting of it, is it's easy to get bogged down if you're not getting paid, and if the only value to it is sort of intrinsic self pride. So you got to find something either external to force you into doing it, or just say to yourself, you know what, once I hit this amount of hours, like I gotta stop. My main challenges for me were picking out the right music, getting the narration right, and choosing what things to put in it and to take out. And I had to have my wife watch it at least twice before I could pretty much coming down to realizing what I needed to cut out. I realized there was just a lot of extra fluff in there that I really appreciated because it was a huge part of my personal journey and experience, but it just really doesn't matter that much for the viewer. I feel like that goes for so many forms of art as well. Absolutely, and that's why I say art is a war, not just video editing. Laura, I understand that. Finished perfection is hard to deal with. Absolutely. I have anxiety, and whenever I do anything, it needs to be perfect. Otherwise, it feels like it's not dismissed, which stress me out. Absolutely, Laura. I've done a great job suppressing the perfectionist inside of me. I don't let it out very often. When I do let it out, it wreaks havoc and I don't get stuff done. a perfect example of that is this book. So for those that don't know, I wrote this book back in 2016, self-published it. Um, Came out with the audiobook. Just finished that in January. I'm very excited. My new friend Dewey, who's gonna have me on his podcast tomorrow, is advocating a lot for it, and I don't know how he's gonna do it, but or how he's even trying to do it, but he wants to make it the audiobook of the month on Audible. But one of the hardest parts of this was deciding when it was done, because it's so easy with writing, and really found out how to comment. Yay! So Zach Asian, for all of you watching, he's one of my best friends. He's big Zach. I'm little Zach. I'm 6'5". He's 6'8". I I you I had like a 4 minute live stream maybe a month or two ago, like early May, where people got to meet it. But yeah, so he's been trying to figure out how to comment for so long. But yeah, so it's been fighting perfectionism was a huge win in getting this done. And my mom doesn't even, she gets worried about telling people about this book because she thinks there could still be errors in there. And so, deciding the moment when you're done is deciding when are you going to allow other people to judge you for things. And I think I think part of what the anxiety around perfectionism is that we're not ready to be judged by the public or by whoever our viewers are going to be. We're not ready to be judged on work that we don't believe is perfect ourselves. Oh, nice. Uh, Ames. What? Wait, did it hit 2K? Mr. 2K. Wait, I can't look at it with it. Oh, no one's here anymore. Either way, yeah, my phone just died and I just booted it back up. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for the 10 likes. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this gave a little insight. My last invitation is just know that art is a war. And oh, you guys are still here. Well, you're welcome, Yadi. But yeah, oh, whoa, that was quick. 6 people are back real quick. Yeah, my phone just died. But yeah, perfectionism is a dangerous thing, and I think learning how to acknowledge it and how it's stopping you is pretty important as any kind of artist and any kind of creator. And I mean, that can affect people even in their jobs. When personal pride is something that can start to get in the way of your work, that's when you got to be mindful and notice the difference between when it's necessary and when you just got to call it a day. You got to put it out there for market value. You got to let people go and judge it. So that's all I got for you tonight. I hope you enjoy this, and tomorrow / today you're gonna get to see this, watch, hear, listen, feel the story of me doing my first backflip. And it was on a gymnastics mat, so the journey's not over. I still have, now that I've done a backflip, I guess you could say, even though it's on a gymnastics mat, I still want to be able to, one of my old bucket list items, which I didn't rewrite on my newer list, but is to